What's happening, Wargamers? Welcome to an Aegis Brand Studios video where we are going to be taking a look at some new and upcoming stuff. Very grateful to AMG for sending the channel a copy of the Weapon X and Maverick box a little bit earlier. So we're going to just crack it open. This is kind of your standard unboxing here. So it's not going to be as in-depth as the dossiers, but we're going to take a look at the box, the sprues, and any additional cards that come in it. So, you know, maybe we'll get lucky and see some new stuff. So, I don't think we actually will, though, because it says here we're going to get 2 tactics cards on top of the models, the bases, all that sort of stuff. So I don't expect anything too outside the realm of, you know, what we normally see here. So let's just grab everything. So there we go. There's the contents of the box right there. Before we take a look at the cards, let's just take a quick look at the sprues. I always like doing this just because it is a great way of kind of seeing where the design is at with this stuff. So let's just get rid of this stuff so it's on a frame and nice and cleaned up, and I'll have to pick that stuff up. So here we go. There is everything we're looking at right there. I like the decorative base topper for Weapon X right here. I like that it's actually, it looks like it's just a base topper. So it looks like it goes, does it just fit on here? Yeah, so it actually looks like it just fits right on top of a standard base. Obviously, you can't use one of the ones with the raised ones, but you can just slip it on there. And now it actually makes me wonder if that's the case with a lot of their other base toppers, that they're all designed to slip on top of a base, which is just new and exciting news if that's the case. Otherwise, taking a look at this, Weapon X looks extremely simple to assemble here. You know, we got the torso, front, back, we got the head, legs, arms, like that is super easy right there. Even Maverick looks to be really super simple to assemble. A couple extra pieces here, like it looks like there's some thigh pieces there for holsters and everything like that. But otherwise, it looks like it's a very straightforward assembly there. So let's put that off to the side and let's take a look at everything here. And based on what we saw on the box, there probably shouldn't be anything that is outside the realm of what to expect. So yeah, right off the hop, we have our, this is clearly the weapon stash right here. So this is the token that comes with Maverick and the Weapon X ability. You're going to put this on an objective and it's going to give Weapon X cover. And then as far as our cards, obviously we got all the alternate language ones. So we have our 2 cards, nothing that hasn't been spoiled already. So we got the Implanted Memories, which is the reactive Weapon X card. You know, whenever it suffers damage, if the enemy character, or if the effect that caused it was in range 3, you spend 2 power, you roll 4 dice. It's basically a Counter-Strike type deal. The only added thing is if you're rolling skulls, you're going to be taking some damage on Weapon X himself, but otherwise hits, crits, and wilds. So you are looking at pretty good odds of doing a little bit of revenge damage there. And then this is the aforementioned Weapon Stash. This is the active card for Maverick, 3 power, played on an active object or secure objective within 3. While that token is on place, any Weapon X characters within range 1 are basically going to get cover. Neat to note that this is not a cover that goes away with range. So if somebody gets within range 2 of your character that's getting this cover, it does not deny that cover. The only way to deny this cover is if you have a specific attack or ability that denies cover or doesn't allow you to modify dice, stuff like that. Then there is also the ability to interact with it and basically add 2 dice to your next attack, this activation. That does get rid of the weapon stash though. So I mean, that's kind of a nice Hail Mary. As far as the cards, like the other ones, obviously we got a whole bunch of different language cards here. And nothing that, I don't think there's anything on here that hasn't been spoiled already. Maverick, you know, we got a very basic stat line on this guy. 3s across the board, 5 stamina on both the healthy and the injured side. You know, 3 threat, size 2, medium movement. A lot of good stuff for a 3 threat right there. His plasma blasters, range 3, 4 dice. It's got a rapid fire on a hit. It's your gainer. I mean, not really a whole lot to say about that. It is nice to see a little bit more native ranged attacks coming into Weapon X. Because, I mean, right now they are very punchy, and they really have to get up in someone's face. So I do like seeing this. The range 3 is a little on the shorter range, so obviously this is still a mid to short range affiliation that we're going to see here. We also got the Adamantium Knife, range 2, 5 dice, 0 power. This one is your builder attack with a wild bleed. We have seen this on so many Weapon X style characters. Very basic, very simple, no notes. We got Agent Zero, which is actually a really cool spender. 3 power, 7 dice for range 3 attack with a wild throw of size 3 or less that you can throw away short. It is a melee, so you don't have to throw them away, but quite often throwing, that's just an extra little bit of damage. This one's really nice. For 3 power, for 7 dice with that wild throw, I like it. I honestly, I have no real notes on weapon or on Maverick for that one. It's got a hit and run for 2 power, so action makes an attack followed by move action. So awesome, cool. The anti-healing factor corrosive. This is probably the thing that's been getting the most talk about Maverick. And that is the fact that it is a reactive ability. He can spend 2 and basically shut down a character's ability to regain or remove damage from itself within range 3. Very important to note, as far as I recall, this does not shut down Immortal Hulk's ability to regain damage, as it should not. But anyone with healing factor, or even I believe it'll work against things like patch up or anything like that. So this is actually a really, really strong ability, especially if people are kind of banking on that one. It's going to shut down things like patch up and all that sort of stuff. You're going to have to work around it. It's as simple as that. Next up, we got an innate kinetic energy absorption. Basically, when dealt damage by a physical attack, if not dazed, is going to gain an additional power and advanced short. So it's basically an aggressive as well as like an ornery or one of those basic effects. So if you're punching Maverick and he's not going down, he's going to gain power a little bit faster. He's got a healing factor 1. I mean, no surprises there. We have seen all this on spoilers and everything like that. So we're not gonna linger too much on it. We're gonna take a look at Weapon X, and we're just gonna share some overall thoughts. Weapon X. Now, this is a character that's been getting a little bit of contention, I should say. There's a fair few people out there who do not care for Weapon X. I think, and I think there's a fair few who are seeing Weapon X in a little bit of a different light. He's a 3 threat, 3/2/3 for his defenses, 5 stamina. I think it's 5 on both sides. Yeah, it's 5 on both sides there. He is size 2 with a medium movement. So again, for a 3 threat, I mean, the energy defense kind of sucks a little bit. There is also another thing on the card that will also kind of suck a little bit with that lower defense, but it is what it is. It's got Berserker Rage, range 2, 5 dice. It's a gainer attack. And what is it? If this character attacked the target this turn, it adds 1 to its attack roll. So, I mean, if you're double tapping with Weapon X, you're throwing some extra dice. Really kind of cool. And then it's got a Wild Pierce. So we know what that does. It changes a wild crit or a shield result to a blank. So yeah, really kind of cool. We got Uncontrollable Weapon, range 2, 7 dice for 4. It's got a Wild Hit Rampage, where it's going to deal 1 damage to each other character within 2 of this character. So important to note, it's within 2 of Weapon X, not within 2 of the target character. So that is a nice little bit of splash damage. If I'm reading it correctly, it looks like that's also going to be an extra point of damage onto the character you just attacked as well. So it's got the double wild abandon, which is basically it's a rapid fire for it. You make another uncontrollable weapon attack. It doesn't have the original rule. You have to target the original character. So you can get some extra little things there. If you get the right dice roll, this guy's going to be really good against going up to characters and potentially taking them out. With 7 dice, I can't remember what the double wild is, but it's okay odds. Don't bank on it, but it's okay odds. You got to charge for 2 power. You make a move action followed by an attack action. Boom. Love it. Good. Got Adamantium Skeleton. We've seen this time and time again. Basically, he's going to count as size 3 for the purposes of pushes, special rules, being thrown, stuff like that. Savage Protocols. Now, this is where things get a little contentious with him. He can't pick up, hold, contest, or interact with extract objective tokens. He can still play around with secures, so that's very important to note there. If he's within 1 of a secure objective token, you're going to add 2 dice to your attack rolls, but you're also going to remove 1 die from your defense rolls. So he is very glass cannon-y. If you're getting up to secures, he is going to be not rolling a lot of defense dice. So you got to make sure that what he rolls up to, he's doing the job and he's going to kill something. And then he's got healing factor 3. So very, very cool. Now, on the other side of it, there's only 1 or 2 notable changes here. First off, we have aimless aggression. When it would be KO'd, roll 5 dice for each wild and crit. It's going to deal 1 damage to the all other characters within 2. So, I mean, if you know he's about to die, get him into the middle of the scrum. Get him kicking some things. Then we got Berserker Wrath. Basically, it's the can't pick up, contest, hold, interact, extract objectives, but he does lose the bonus dice and the losing one defensive dice for the secures. So, where does that leave the 2 cards right here? Well, I think they are great additions to Weapon X. I think Weapon X having another 3-threat character that can really get into the scrum, do a lot of damage, it's going to be really good. I think when you pair it with the the memory tokens, where if he's not taking any damage, he's going to aggressive forward, is really kind of cool. He's going to need those tokens though. He's going to eat them up quite fast if he gets into the wrong position. But the thing is, if your opponent doesn't take down Weapon X, he's just going to mulch stuff. Maverick, also a great addition to Weapon X. I really don't have many notes on him. I think these are 2 really solid additions to the faction. Do I see them anywhere else? I mean, I think Maverick gets some splashing elsewhere because of that the anti-healing factor corrosive. At 3-threat, he's very easy to just kind of splash in there and just shut down somebody's ability to heal. If you know you're going up against somebody who likes using patch up on the big kaiju type monsters, that's going to be a big impact on there. Or even if even if he's going up against Weapon X himself, he's going to do a good number on that one. We also have a lot of healing factor coming up down the road as well, so I think he's going to get a lot of play. Weapon X himself, unfortunately, I think he's going to be relegated mostly to Weapon X. He's going to live in his affiliation, and that's going to be kind of that. But yeah, there we go. There is the basic rundown of the box. Unfortunately, nothing new or fancy that was hidden in this box that we weren't already expecting. Sometimes they're not quite revealing all the fancy stuff that is that's coming out with it. But, it is what it is. So there we go. That is Maverick and Weapon X. So if you like this sort of content, let me know. Get in the comments. Let us know if you like this sort of thing, and we will keep at it. And with that, happy wargaming. We'll see you next time.